Hey, aloha guys, Eric West here, HawaiiRealEstate.org. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, I'm all about teaching you everything I can think of anyway about Hawaii and its real estate, but you just can't find in the listing. And today I'm coming to you live from the beautiful Plantation Estates in Kapalua, Maui, Hawaii. So be sure to thumb up the video, shaka, share, and subscribe if you find this video anywhere somewhat valuable and entertaining. That's always my goal. And I'm going to quickly show you a new listing about to hit the market and just cruise around. Got my little buddy here in case you don't know who I am. I'm that crazy guy that's on the one wheel showing you some cool stuff around Maui, hopefully giving you some great tips. And by the way, I want to let you guys know when I get a new listing, I'm one of the probably the few agents on the island that, because I'm a YouTuber, right, I literally have like $30,000 in camera equipment, and I love the process of capturing the beauty of Maui and capturing the beauty of a property, whether it's still images or motion. So it's really one of my hobbies, actually. So not really a hobby, I guess it's more of a professional thing now, isn't it? But I've been doing it for about 10 years. So anyway, let's get on the one wheel real quick, and I'm going to show you this new offering. It's a nice big parcel in Kapalua, Plantation Estates. It's not on the market yet, so you're getting the first preview of it, so to speak, before it hits the market. It's 9 acres. We don't have it on the market yet. My one wheel sometimes does that, and it's a little scary, actually. Just had some neighbors walk by. Nice neighborhood, let me tell you what. If you're not familiar with the Plantation Estates, I don't know if it gets better. I've called it the pinnacle many times of the West Maui real estate market, and I'm about to show you why, so get ready. So the property itself is 9 acres, and it basically starts right here at the apex of this turn, okay? But what I'm going to share with you about this property, besides the epic views, right? I mean, it's obviously going to have unbelievable, jaw-dropping 180 degree, including sunset views over here. That's the south, that's Molokai, obviously. So it's, I guess it kind of goes without saying sometimes when you have a premium lot that a ocean view of this nature is to be expected. And this one does not disappoint in any way, shape, or form. But there's a couple other features about this lot that make it, in my opinion, even more special than a lot of the different offerings you're going to find in this neighborhood. So I'm going to point that out to you here in just a minute. And it all has to do with, obviously, size. So it's a good size lot. Has a beautiful building envelope, which is right here. This is grassy, large grassy area right here. So it's got the perfect slope, obviously, for an infinity pool, for a walkout, for a 2-story, for a large ranch, whatever your pleasure might be. And of course, here in the Plantation Estates, all your utilities are ready to rock and roll. Water, private water, sewer, electricity, it's all there. But here's, to me, what really makes this property stand out. And this is all going to come out, obviously, to the general public here as soon as I finish up with all of the formalities. But you are getting a preview of this, what makes it so special. What makes it so special is I want you to notice this beautiful, have you noticed this long line of trees on this side of the road? And this is all basically open space. No one's ever going to build over here. And then this is all your property over here on the right. And stick with me on this one-wheel trip, because it's going to take a little while to get all around this property to show you how much of it there is. But essentially, when you drive in to your home, nobody on that side, and this is your land right here. So you get sort of like that perfect combination of open space with the building site, but then you have a jungle of opportunities over on this side. And this is a lot of land, and you can get as creative as you want in terms of usage. Now, obviously, you can't build a home in there, right? But you could definitely do some other things. Have a retreat, have a place to go meditate, yoga, pray, maybe put up some tree houses, zip lines. I don't know. I think there's a lot of opportunities. But the biggest benefit, in my opinion, is just having space between you and the guy next door, right? And privacy. And that's hard to achieve, even in a neighborhood like the Plantation. There is a certain element of density, if you will, and neighbors to your left, to your right. Granted, it's a very low density neighborhood, don't get me wrong, but to have a parcel like this is all still your land right here. All still your land right here. This is going to go on for a little while. So you can tell you've got this massive insulation going around your building site, and that's just not very common. You don't usually have this amount of land surrounding your ocean view, open field type property. And this is still all the property right here. Here's your morning walkers. So you can see, I don't think I'm even close to the edge of the boundary yet. Now I did just fly my Hasselblad drone over this beautiful property, so you'll have some great aerial images, but still the property, still right here. And he's marking his territory right there. He's like, hey man. Now granted, this area here is a gulch, so it does go down, but there is flat ground at the bottom of it. And I think right about where that a fire hydrant is where the property line is going to be. So obviously we are just on the perimeter, but just imagine as you're pulling up to your home, you know, you're a long ways from your driveway, but you are already looking at your property right here. So talk about a significant Maui estate. But you don't have to deal with any kind of crazy access issues, but you kind of get the best of both worlds. You get both a open, airy lot with lots of sunshine, trade wind exposure, which means you get those nice trade winds, which keeps things nice and cool. The weather in Plantation Estates is in the yellow band, which I've said many times is the best weather on the planet, and it's only really in Kula and this little area, and I think there's a little band over by Kapalua possibly, but this is really significant. This is a significant offering. This is a significant piece of land, and pretty good bang for your buck. Now I can't tell you the price quite yet because we're still kind of hammering that out, but I wanted to give you a quick preview of this property, and also it's just a beautiful day on Maui. So I mean, it could be sort of like an afternoon Maui fix, right? You could be like, hey, what's this place like in the middle of the day? Because, you know, you guys know me, I usually go live at sunset, sometimes in the morning, but during the day, this is what I'm doing. I'm grinding, I'm out working, making it happen for the family. But check this out. So now you're approaching your driveway. Imagine your driveway's down there, nobody on your right forever, will never be anybody there. This is all your land over here to the left. So look at this grand sort of entrance and total privacy. Nobody to your left or to your right, ever. And then as you come to the open portion of the property, the cleared building envelope, if you will, the view just blows you up, just boom. So tell me, hit me in the comments. Let me know, is this like a perfect combination? I haven't even walked through the jungle yet. I'd love to, but I have a conference call I got to head off to here in a few minutes. Otherwise, I would take you for the jungle walk. You know me, man, I'm game. I will go in the trenches all day long, but Mr. Responsibility and the calendar calls. But real quick, let's just walk out onto the actual building site itself. Because, you know, one of the things that you'll notice sometimes when you're looking at pictures of homes or land for sale on Maui, by the way, these are obviously the utilities ready to rock, but when you see pictures of homes and land for sale or condos on Maui, obviously the photographers get paid to show the best, you know, they call it the money shot, right? So my job, and one of the reasons my channel is called Everything You Really Need to Know About Hawaii and Its Real Estate, but you can't find it in the listing, is what I have found traditionally over the years of practicing real estate for 20 years. Usually the listing doesn't tell the whole story, not even close. As a matter of fact, sometimes it tells the wrong story, and it's could be possibly a little bit misleading. So my goal always is complete truth in all advertising. For example, I'm standing in about where I think the home would go. This would be about the backyard. Now check it out. Okay, there's the view. Now that's on an iPhone, completely zoomed out. So what my eye actually sees is a little bit more, hang on. I'm picking up that whole horizon. Yeah, that really is about actually my eye sees more than what I can get on the camera, because there's a little bit more ocean to the left, there's a little bit more ocean to the right, so it's a full-on 180. Now you could, if you wanted to, easily knock down, top these trees right here, which I'm trying to talk the owner into doing, because that would open up more view. But then you do have that heavily sought after southern exposure. I was here last night and the sun set, you know, right about there, so you could create some more view corridor over here to the left. So anyway, just a beautiful, I don't know what the smell is, I don't know what that plant is, but it's that Maui greenery smell. I don't know what it is. It's really strong and cooler, but I'm picking it up here. I just love that smell. If anyone knows what that smell is that I'm talking about, and or what plant that creates that smell, I'd love to know. But it's that, probably a weed, but man, it just smells so Maui-ish to me. So anyway, guys, that is a quick, brief, beautiful overview of this property, just real quick. It's coming on the market soon. If you've enjoyed it, I'd love a thumbs up. Don't sign off quite yet. Hang on a second. I got a couple things to talk about. Nothing major, but just real quick. If you haven't checked out, now maybe you don't want to build a house, it'll take about 2 years. I know some good builders, right? That can put you in touch with the best architects, the best builders. Start the process. It'll cost you, $500 to $700 a square foot, somewhere in that range. That includes, some minimal site work, and also all your under square footage. Your heated or heated. It'll be hot sometimes, but your cooled air finished space. But ultimately, if you're not into that process, I've got another home I just listed that's available, that's ready to go. Great value. As a matter of fact, if you do the math on this home, you cannot find a better deal on Maui. So it's on 3 acres, and if you do the price per square foot, it's about $500 a square foot, including the land. So what does that really work out to? I don't know. I need to do the math on that, but just go to MauiCountryHome.com. That's MauiCountryHome.com. I also have it under another URL, which is Ekomo Maui, EKOMO Maui. So Ekomo Maui is welcome, and I kind of do a play on words on that. But I'm discovering that Maui Country Home is a little bit easier to remember for most of you guys, I would imagine. I can barely say Ekomo Maui, and I've been here for 20 years, and I'm probably still saying it wrong. So feel free to correct me. No problem. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. I really do. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I got the sunblock on. By the way, if you notice, my face has been kind of white and pasty looking because my dermatologist said, Eric, unless you want to look like a piece of leather by the time you're 80, you better start putting on sunscreen. So I'm like, all right, but I'm putting some Maui Babe on top of that, but I forgot to today. So excuse the toothpaste. But anyway, guys, thank you again. I appreciate it. Much aloha to you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Whatever you do, get out there, do your 10,000 steps, drink your 3 liters of water, and avoid carbohydrates. That's my health tip for the day. It's not a health channel, but if you're going to come to Maui, you're going to want to look good in that bathing suit. I can promise you that. So hey, maybe that's a little motivation. So thanks again, guys. Until next time, Eric West, out. I'll create a link for this someday and tell you all about it. It'll probably be plantationlotforsale.com, because I have 98 Kiawava under contract to close in a few days, and that website is plantationlotforsale.com, and I'll probably just switch that URL to this one since that one's about to close. So keep an eye out for that, plantationlotforsale.com. Yes,